just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We gonna work. Set. And two stop. Hey, let's go. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Six guys. Check six.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Ekeler. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Falk. And his throw here's incomplete. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Switch. Whip. Watch the whip. 25. Check 25. Bam. Fight.
First down, and they stick with Ekeler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second and 11 now. Falk. And his throw's going to be incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw on third down. Falk. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short. Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Here we go. Check him out. Check the call. Check the call. 49. 49.
They'll run on first down. Rhodes. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
I got him. Done. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Crunch time, defense.
And now they'll throw with Allen. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Falk. That'll be caught right side. It's Butler. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The play fake, now Falk. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one who has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
No. Check 52.
It's Falk out of the gun. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And that will come the offense as they take over. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Alert! Smooth! Mike, 49. Here we go. Hey, home.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Mike, 49. Middle. Yeah. You don't want none. Jim. Hey, seam 6. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. Let's go.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Hey, Charlie.
On 3rd down, full. And he finds his man. That's Butler. 20, 10, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hakeem Butler with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. The end result, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Back at the 44-yard line.
Round 80. Rabbit.
Allen off the play fake. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, Haywood.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
He's checking.
On first down, Rose. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 16, Allen escaping the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second down and goal. Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Falk. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Right there, 54, right there.
To throw on 3rd down. Falk. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Now here's Ross. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Mike, 40. 56. Mike's 40. Hey, box drop. I got wide. 49's the Mike, 149.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
49, guys. Mike. Hey, high 7. Mike's 49. Off the screen.
From the gun, it's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
1st down, and they're going to throw without it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
49.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Mike's 49. Mike. Hey, Zoo. Middle. 49's the Mike. Watch. That's 10. Check down.
Allen now on first down. Over the middle, complete to Arcega-Whiteside. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Rush in.
To throw again on second down. Allen got a man open. It's Ross. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Watch the twist.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on first and 10.
49 to Mike. 49.
On play action, Allen. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Touchdown, Panthers.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second and 10. Fall. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Orbit.
From the shotgun, here's Fall. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Ross on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you tell the offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a run with McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
49 to Mike. 49, 52.
Throwing now is Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Yo, smooth. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 49. Mike. 49 to Mike.
Throwing is Allen on third. It's incomplete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Play action. It's full. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Falk now, a first down throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw, Falk. And an alley to run. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They'll roll him out right, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll run with McCaffrey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play would...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's right. Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
So it'll be second and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now a give right side. It's Rhodes. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming.
Ready? Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up. We go. Motion.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Hey, I'm coming. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. Go.
Now Allen operating from the gun. Yeah, he's got it. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gano for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing again on second down. Falk. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, check.
Operating from the gun. Falk. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
On 4th down. Falk. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, exit. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. 3 buzz. 49.
Allen now from the gun. He'll throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Falk. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, Falk. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Falk. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now Falk. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
It's like my old high school coach used to say, Charles. He said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,
that's caught at the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on like the 5th tune at this point.
she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
SOS.
Fall. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead, and unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no. There was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, Zoo. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Come on, dude.
Here's Allen to throw it. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Man, I got you. Hey, Delta. Back.
And here's Allen operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks. Receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Returning, it's Benjamin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 50, check 50.
Now here's Falk. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. He's going to let it fly, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
On 4th down, Falk. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Rashawn Golden. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
He don't know no better.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Some. 49 the mic, 49 the mic. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, orbit. 49.
So Allen's going to look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will try to get back.
Squad works, man. I just wanna be her, from your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like